From the mean streets of Kamurocho to the sun-kissed beaches of Hawaii and back again, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth is the latest installment in Sega's long-running crime drama. Perhaps better known as Yakuza in the West, the Like a Dragon series began in 2005 and has gone from strength to strength, creating an intricately carved and carefully plotted world full of murder and deceit, honor and loyalty, plenty of plot twists and humour galore. With a massive campaign that now spans 2 cities, side quests galore, minigames to play, friendship bonds to build, underground battles to compete in, and your very own island resort to build, Infinite Wealth takes an everything in the kitchen sink approach, and then some. It's an unapologetic cornucopia of content, bundled together with a likeable cast, excellent story, and terrific voice acting. Following on from both Yakuza Like a Dragon and Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name, Infinite Wealth drops us back into the shoes of my new favorite character, Ichiban Kasuga. After the events of the prior game, Ichiban is trying to make his mentor's dreams a reality by helping former Yakuza reform. But life doesn't follow predictable paths, and the consequences of his previous lifestyle destroy what he's trying to build. After a bomb plot from a previous mentor, Ichiban takes a plane to the sunshiny state of Hawaii to find his mother, and from the moment he steps onto the shores of Honolulu, everything goes pear-shaped, in the best possible way for gamers. A simple trip turns deadly and absurd, reunites him with series stalwart Kiryu Kazama, and a whole host of new friends. Ichiban decides to take on the Hawaiian underworld, and app dating to boot. The Like a Dragon series' strongest feature has always been its stellar storytelling, coupled with some truly excellent character writing, and Infinite Wealth is no different. The game is full of twists and turns, with plenty of dramatic meat for our characters to chew on. It's also full of humour, heart, and plenty of that trademark Yakuza weirdness, albeit to a much lesser extent this time. This is Ichiban's story and journey through and through, and the reformed, lovable lunkhead shines. The character work here is absolutely stellar. Ichiban easily steals the spotlight, but the rest of the cast are just as excellent, and the developers mine those friendship bonds in a variety of ways to spotlight the character writing. Irrespective of whether you're listening to random conversations as you tool around on the streets, instigating specific conversations over different topics, or simply hanging out and eating food, Infinite Wealth offers some of the best character growth and development we've seen in recent years. Oh, and it helps that it's all delivered with some truly phenomenal voice acting, easily some of the best I've had the pleasure of listening to in video games. There are no weak performances, and the English voice cast truly bring their AAA game to the proceedings. Now, the gameplay still remains a mix of traditional Yakuza with the JRPG-inspired combat from Yakuza Like a Dragon. You run around large, semi-open worlds, picking up items, following the story, playing endless minigames, and putting the smack down on a variety of creeps making life hard for everyone else. Yakuza started life as a 3D brawler, focusing on multiple fighting styles while making use of everyday items around you as weapons, and I was skeptical about the shift to turn-based, fearing it would lose the impact of Yakuza's traditional bone-crunching combat, but there was nothing to worry about. With several additions and improvements introduced in Infinite Wealth, the combat is closer to its traditional brawling roots, while remaining completely cathartic and challenging with each encounter. You can move your characters around the battlefield, line up your attacks to either knock enemies into each other, or various items and other party members for combo attacks. Certain attacks benefit from quick-time button presses that increase damage, while your bond with other team members open up further avenues for new combo attacks. The brutality of the combat is highlighted by great special effects and impact sounds, and combat encounters take seamlessly in the world, adding to the potential drama or introducing new tactical opportunities. A close wall can be just as effective for extra damage as a passing car, while using items from the environment as weapons is as simple as standing next to them before attacking. It was always exhilarating to chain a series of moves that resulted in multiple opponents taking damage from multiple sources by pulling off just one attack. Complementing these combo attacks are your special moves and a job system. Each character can have multiple vocations, and, in typical Yakuza fashion, they're quirky and many are not what you'd expect. You can be a hero or a brawler, a chef or an aquanaut. Jobs can be opened up in a variety of ways, from spending time with other characters to exploration and minigames. Thankfully, it's a blast unlocking all these classes, as the developers have put just as much care into the fine details as they have the larger systems. Talking of unlocks, if the massive story campaign wasn't enough for you, some of the sub-stories can expand into substantial mini-campaigns. The Resort Island story sees you fighting a gang of trash-dumping pirates that mess with your plans to renovate it, and this lengthy subquest functions like a crafting and building game, complete with resources to harvest, usually trash, and buildings and items for you to place as you see fit. The mechanics here can be a little clunky, just as immersive and engaging as everything else. Another lengthy subquest sees Ichiban attempting to become the best that no one ever was, by beating up creeps and having them fight for him in the Sujimon Championships. Your captured Sujimon can be leveled up to take on fiercer foes in 3-on-3 battles, and yes, it's delightfully quirky as it sounds. Trying to describe and praise every mechanic that Infinite Wealth has in its playground is a little daunting. From the multiple ways to increase your stats, to weapon creation and modification, or just the joys of playing Virtua Fighter 3D in an arcade, Infinite Wealth is packed to the brim with so much to do. Yet I never found myself overwhelmed or growing tired of any of it. If anything, the game is incredibly addictive, and near impossible to put down once you get going. While there are some minor issues, such as the camera occasionally having trouble keeping up with the fast-moving combat, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth is an incredibly polished, highly addictive and super fun game. Despite some of the darker places the story goes, there's an altogether light-hearted, inspirational and uplifting beat to it. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth isn't just my top bet for Game of the Year 2024, it's one of the best RPGs I've ever played.
If you've got this far, please consider giving the video a like and maybe subscribing to our channel as it helps us grow.